So you want to buy a house. Gnarly. Here's how to do it in just 22 simple steps.
I'm Vivienne Andersen, and this is Avocado Toast. Sup?
What's up?
At any given time, there are likely to be multiple homes in your market area that meet your basic criteria. Which of them will you like? I don't know, I'm not your mother. But you're spending some significant portion of $1 million or more, so you should get what you want. You have probably been looking at places like Zillow or Realtor.com. And as long as you're window shopping, those are great places to look. But when you get serious about buying, you want to get access to the good stuff. You want access to the MLS, and your agent can provide you with a search that uses the MLS as the back end. It might not be as sexy looking as the aggregator sites, but you aren't the product on your agent's site either. What you're looking at is the search site that I set up for my clients. It's private, timely, and designed to help my clients make informed decisions, not harvest their data. As a buyer looks at search results here, they can see photos, video tours, neighborhood information, statistics, walk scores, maps, school district info, and more. I set up a search like this for every one of my clients, and as soon as a property meeting their search criteria is listed, they get an email alerting them that there is something new to look at, with a link to their private page where they can leave comments, rate the home, and decide if they want to see it in person. Once you narrow the listings down, with or without your agent's help, and when you see a property or 10 that you want to see in person, then...
You know, guys, I think this would make a lovely nursery.
Definitely.
Next, you'll want to talk over your offer with your agent, including the price and terms you are concerned with. Your agent should help you with determining a fair price and building a competitive offer, which does not always mean the most money, but let's be honest, we all like money. This process might include searching the MLS for comparable properties that have sold recently, or providing other pricing strategy. There will be much more about this in a later video.
Okay, I think we're going to write an offer. I think we're going to take it. I think we'll offer $20,000 under asking price.
Okay.
I do want them to redo that bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think we'd love it if they threw in their dog.
Totally.
I can't blame you. I think that's a great dog, and I can't fathom any reason why they wouldn't take that offer.
Your agent should go over your offer with you. The first time you submit an offer, they should review the offer in detail, paragraph by paragraph, or line by line if that's what's needed to explain the paperwork to you, so that you understand what's expected and how the offer works. This can easily take an hour or more. It usually depends upon how many questions a buyer has. I personally always like it when they have more questions than fewer. You can waive this, but your agent should absolutely offer to do it with you. Don't think that it isn't important. I've sold multiple places to multiple lawyers who have all told me they appreciated my going over the process with them, even though I am definitely sheepish about talking with a lawyer about contracts. They practice all sorts of different types of law, and I do this for a living. Now, if your first offer isn't accepted, subsequent document reviews can be much quicker as you will already understand the documents. But the first one should take a little bit of time, and you should expect your agent to spend that time with you. This is part of what we get paid for. Your first offer may not be accepted, or the seller may make a counteroffer. Your agent should help you with crafting a response that will work to everyone's benefit.
So, guys, this is the offer they sent back to us, and I know that it's not everything that you had asked for.
Ugh! What do you mean they won't give us the dog?
I know. It's unreasonable.
Say hello to my Earnest Money.
You generally can't pay earnest money in cash, but I would love to see someone try. Now your lender will have a whole bunch of new things that he needs from you. If you thought that pre-approval was fun, this is where you actually apply for a loan. You should receive a lengthy report from the inspector. 30 pages or more, filled with photos and lots of information about the condition of the home and areas to keep an eye on or maintain in the future. Not all of these issues will be things that you can expect a seller to negotiate over, or things that you can get out of your contract over. Some of them might be. This is a place where things vary a lot from one state to another. Your realtor can help you with understanding which are which. If you're my client, we'll have a conversation about what makes something serious enough to negotiate over when we review the offer paperwork. And if you attend the inspection, the inspector and I will talk that through with you while we're standing there looking at the thing that needs attention. As always, more about this in another video. Schedule your movers and put things in cardboard. You will want to start putting your stuff in cardboard, and you should schedule your movers. The professionals book up fast, and it isn't uncommon for them to be booked a month or more in advance. You can always reschedule them later if you need to, but you want to get on their schedule sooner rather than later. On the other hand, your friends, a U-Haul, a case of beer, and a pizza delivery place don't book up nearly as quickly, but you're about to be a member of the landed gentry, and it's time to start living into that by paying folks to carry things for you. You want to have electricity and internet and landline phone service set up at your new place, right? Now's the time to do that.
Hello. What is up? Would you like to purchase homeowners insurance today?
First things first. Yes, I do need a haircut. Thank you for noticing. Second, I know that I usually try to keep these videos light and goofy and fun, and I like to tell a lot of jokes while I'm putting these together. I don't know how to tell any jokes about title insurance. And as soon as I do, I'm going to make an entire video about title insurance because it is critically important. But the only joke I can make about title insurance is that it is dull. It is dull, 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 Dullsville, dull. It is dull. And it's also, like many things that are dull, critically important. Title insurance is how a seller tells you, the buyer, that they not only own the property, but that they have the right to sell it. That the chain of custody of the property throughout history is complete and known, and that the sellers actually own the property and are able to sell it to you legally without any sort of encumbrances or other people having a claim on that title. Now, there are going to be some exceptions to that. There will be utility easements. There may be some other easements that your city hasn't put in place. You may live in a homeowners association, in which case there will be easements and deed restrictions from your homeowners association as well. You will receive a title insurance commitment, and you should review it and make sure that it makes sense to you. If you have questions, the title insurance company should be able to answer them. Your realtor should be able to answer them in a very general sort of way, not offering you any sort of legal advice. Yada, yada, yada. And that's the best thing I can tell you without creating an entire video about title insurance. Boring. And yes, I'm getting that haircut. Wednesday, okay? It's scheduled for Wednesday. Totally normal, but don't let yourself lose out on a great deal because of them. Prior to close, you should have the opportunity to walk through the house to make sure the home is in the condition you expect it to be in at closing, that the sellers have maintained the property properly, that they have performed any repairs needed and done them satisfactorily, and confirm that they haven't taken anything they were supposed to leave or left anything they were supposed to take, like spooky dolls in the attic or barrels of toxic waste in the basement. In this particular case, you can see that the sellers have left some shelving and significant quantities of old paint in the basement, as well as a good quantity of hardwood flooring. While the quantities here are unusual, the presence of these types of things are pretty normal. In this case, the buyers didn't object, and it looks like, while the seller did empty out the beer fridge, they at least left a free pizza, so we can put that in the win column. A few days prior to close, you'll be given your big number. This is the amount of money you need to bring to close. Generally, you will need to bring this amount of money in certified funds, so either a cashier's check or a wire transfer. You can't bring cash, nor can you bring a personal check. You should be very cautious about wire transfers and confirm with the title or escrow company by phone that you have the details correct before sending funds. There's been a lot of wire transfer fraud where scammers send fake emails that look like they come from a real estate brokerage or a title company or another trusted party. I cannot stress this enough. When you get the wire info from the title company, pick up the telephone and confirm the information. If you accidentally wire money to an Albanian scammer, it is game over.
Flight attendants, please prepare the buyers for home ownership.
Closing typically takes about 30 minutes, but can get held up and take longer for any number of reasons. In Wisconsin and many other states, closing takes place at a title company. It can also happen at a real estate office or a lawyer's office or an Arby's. Generally, you'll be in a conference room with your agent, possibly a lender, and an officer from the title or escrow company. If you're getting a mortgage, you will have to sign a lot of things, like a huge stack of things. People with more digital stamina will have an easier time with this. If the sellers are in the room with you, this is a good time to find out quirky issues about your new home, like the story behind the neighbor who refuses to wear pants, or what's buried under the azalea, or what day garbage collection is. This is also a great time to make sure you have the garage door openers. This never happens this way. You'll get your keys at closing, but HGTV requires me to shoot a key handover scene.
I love it when a deal comes together.
Oh, hey there. Glad I caught you. I just wanted to let you know that this video is specific to Wisconsin. We don't do too many things that's different, but the general process is the same state to state, But there are some differences too. Some states use escrows, some states have different rules about the home inspections, some states got a cooling off period, Here in Wisconsin, it's already cool enough. Oofta. So yeah, hey, while this is generally how it is everywhere, there can be some changes that can trip you up too. You don't want to get tripped up like my neighbor Ken last winter. He was going out to get a muskie onto ice, and he ended up on his back for a week down in his basement there. Yeah. Anyway, so if you got the misfortune of living outside of Wisconsin, you should talk to a real estate guy in whatever place you are there and see what some of them differences are. Anyways, yep, okay. Talk to you later. Tell your mom I says hey. Go Packers. F*** the Bears.
God, this thing is really a lot. Okay. God, why do people do this?
I'm Vivienne Andersen, and this is Avocado Toast.